Superman and Captain America. Even those just starting out with comics, even people who have never read a comic book, have heard of both Superman and Captain America. The idea to make this video came to me while I was reading Philip Kennedy Johnson's Warworld saga from Action Comics. The differences between these characters might not be apparent to those who haven't read much of the characters, but this story brought to my attention the importance of the similarities. This isn't meant to be a one character that copies the other video, or a which character is better video, but rather just comparing the two characters as well as a highlight of what I admire about both of them.
There won't be any spoilers in this video, as this will focus on what makes the characters tick rather than exploring actual storyline.
Both Superman and Captain America get a reputation for being boring, often for the same reasons, such as being a Boy Scout or being predictable, but also for differing reasons, such as Superman being overpowering or Cap not having a wider array of powers. While I can understand someone having these opinions, I think a lot of context is missing from these arguments.
Let's start with some of the differences I see in the characters, starting with their origins and why they do what they do.
Superman is from another planet, and when he arrives on Earth, he is the strongest person in the world. Despite the fact that coming to Earth wasn't Superman's choice, as his parents sent him here in a desperate effort to save his life, as a result of his immense power, he considers it his responsibility to protect the innocent and strive to do the right thing. While Superman didn't seek out this role, he has risen to the task of being Earth's protector. In contrast, Steve Rogers grew up smaller and weaker than everyone. Steve volunteered to help even when he was not the biggest and strongest person. He sought out his powers in order to be more equipped to help, and thus became Captain America. Unlike Superman, he completely and totally chose this path, but much like Superman has risen to the occasion. That isn't to say that Captain America is better or more admirable, I just think it shows two different kinds of admirable qualities. Superman has all the power in the world, yet chooses to use it to help others, and Captain America was weak and small but went above and beyond to find a way to help others.
I think the types of internal conflicts the characters face are entirely different as well.
One of Superman's biggest hurdles is knowing that any inaction on his part can often cost lives. Superman has the ability to fly halfway across the world in an instant to address a threat, so he feels the responsibility to address all threats. This is further complicated by Superman's role as a husband and a father. Not only does he feel a sense of responsibility to the entire world, but feels an increased responsibility to protect Lois and John. Cap, on the other hand, doesn't have the ability to address widespread threats, and while he still wishes he could help everyone, he accepts that it isn't always possible. However, one personal loss in particular weighs on his conscience. Steve Rogers often struggles with feeling as though he let down Bucky, the Winter Soldier. This is similar to Superman's family in a sense because Steve has always thought of Bucky as family. The tragedy of Bucky's death and its aftermath brings a different tone to Steve and Bucky's relationship, something we don't see with Clark, Lois, and John.
Superman and Captain America are different in many ways, but I wouldn't be making a video about the two of them together if they didn't have some similarities.
They share some similarities in regards to the way they operate as heroes. Superman leads the Justice League while Captain America leads the Avengers. Superman also operates as part of the Authority while Captain America is a member of the Invaders. Both take leadership roles in their groups. They both rely on enhanced physical strength and speed to best their opponents. Both of them have killed, but neither takes it lightly. However, I think these similarities are of minor importance compared to their characterization. I won't sit here and preach how Captain America and Superman inspire hope. Every comic fan has heard it before. What really holds these two characters together is their desire to do the right thing and help those in need. Particularly in a fictional world where there are many superpowered beings, many of whom take advantage of the weak, it is critical to have protectors and guardians. This is the role that most, if not all, superheroes play, not just Captain America and Superman. But not every superhero intentionally places protection of the weak at the forefront of their cause. For example, Batman's priority is taking criminals down. The byproduct of defeating criminals, as intentional as it may be, is saving those in need, but it's apparent this isn't his primary goal. Batman is not the only hero this applies to. Whether it's Green Lantern, Iron Man, Martian Manhunter, or Daredevil, these heroes save people, there's no denying that, but the process generally seems to go, take down the villain to save the people, whereas Superman and Captain America take the approach of, we need to save the people, so we need to take down the villain. Then there are characters like Aquaman or Black Panther, who are rulers, prioritize the good of their own nation over the common good of the world in general. These characters protect their constituents, and while they don't leave those that aren't part of their nation hanging out to dry by any means, they prioritize the citizens of Atlantis and Wakanda respectively.
Personally, I think that while other heroes might be a little more fun to look up to or a little less predictable in their actions, the Superman and Captain America are heroes we should really model our lives after. The importance of protecting those who need it cannot be understated. Please share your experiences with these characters in the comments, and if you like this video, please subscribe to see other content like it. Thanks for watching.